Hello everyone, this is Jack Devero again, and today I'm going to talk about policy. A policy, how it is written. We will define what a policy is. We'll talk about how a policy is written and the key steps on writing a policy. So now, what is a policy in general? So first of all, a policy is a formal written document that provides clear guidelines, principles, and procedures to guide decisions and actions within an organization, institution, or just government. So it answers what should be done and why it should be done and how it should be done. So for example, when we talk about maybe attendance policy, that means that that's a measure of the attendance. What will happen if you don't attend, what you should do to attend, and why you should attend, and how you should attend. So that's what a policy in general means. So now, the purpose of a policy, first of all, is clarification, ensuring consistency, and then to comply with the laws and regulations and to communicate standards and expectations is in a certain organization. So here are the key elements of a policy document. So a policy document, of course, must have a clear title and which is also concise, that it summarizes in general, talks about in general. For example, when you say attendance policy or we say child protection policy, that's just a title of a policy, so that everyone who can read that can be able to know that he or she is going to know about the policy regarding that certain thing. So now it should also have a policy statement. Now where this is where they explain why the policy exists and what it aims to achieve. So now it also has the scope, and this in this part of the scope here we define who and what the policy applies to. For example, if it's the staff, if it's the students, departments, parents, or even the citizens if for the country. So now we also have now the definitions. Now here we clarify the key terms that were used in the policy to make sure that it is well communicated and understandable. So now the other part is the policy provisions or the main content. Now here we give in details the rules, principles, and standards that must be followed. And then the last part is the procedures, where we give the key steps, key step-by-step instruction on how the policy will be implemented. Also, we have the laws and responsibilities, where we specify who and what he or she does according to the policy. Then we monitor and evaluate how the policy is going. This is just tracking. Then also, it should have the reference or the legal frameworks, where you may even cite the laws, the government laws governing that certain policy. So now also a policy should end with the approval and the review, where you indicate when and by whom the policy was approved and when it will be reviewed. So now here are the key steps in writing a policy. First of all, you have to identify the problem that you want to solve. Then you research and gather the evidence that that problem really exists. Then you have to define the goal of the policy, draft the policy statement, then you define the scope, and then you continue with all the other procedures we are talking about. So as I have said, policies are important in our real lives because they make things professional, they keep things professional and help us to do things in a clear and good communicated way. So let's hope that now we understand the policy. So that was it. Thanks to everyone for watching.